The difference between errors and mistakes can be pretty confusing. There's a lot of discussion about it on the internet, and it's all over the place. The fact is, the two words are often used interchangeably, and that's typically okay. Usually, the term error is used in a little more formal setting, while a mistake is used in sort of a more casual setting, but that doesn't quite divide them. The main difference is based around if there's a system in place or not, and if that system is known. I have a system that makes it fairly easy to break them out. It may not be 100% accurate, but it will help you identify if something is a mistake or an error just about every time. When I use the word system for errors and mistakes, it could be a set of procedures. It could be some knowledge being in place. It could be a set of standards or codes. So we first want to know if there is a system and if it is known. The first question is there a system in place to perform the action properly or to get the correct answer? That's the first one. The second question is, was that system known? Or you might say, was the knowledge in place? Okay, so let's run through that system using the two questions. Now remember, you have performed something incorrectly. You got something wrong. You ask those two questions. First, is there a system in place to perform this activity properly, to get the right answer? If the answer is yes, then you ask the second question. Did you know that system? If the answer is yes again, then this is a mistake because the system was in place and you applied it incorrectly or you just avoided it altogether. Whether intentional or unintentional, this is a mistake. Think of a misspelling. Let's say there's a word you know how to spell, but you just accidentally spell it wrong because you're writing quickly or whatever. That is a mistake. Okay, let's back up and do the same thing again. Now, again, you've performed the action wrong. You got the wrong outcome. You ask that question again. Is there a system in place to perform the action properly or to get the right answer? The answer is yes. Okay, there is a system in place. Now, did you know the system? If the answer is no, then you have made an error because you didn't know the system was in place. You deviated from the system, but you weren't aware of it. So it's an error. Now let's go through a third scenario. You perform an action wrong, or you get the wrong answer. You ask yourself that first question. Is there a system in place to perform the action properly or to get the right answer? If the answer is no, then by default you've made a mistake. You did your best, you tried, you thought through it, maybe hard, maybe not much at all, but either way there wasn't a system in place, so there's no deviation from that system. So this is a mistake. So that's the system. You can run that through different scenarios and you can ask those two questions and come up with mistake or error based on the outcome. In your more clear-cut areas, this system should get you to the right answer, whether or not it's an error or a mistake.